Alright, what's up guys? KillSpreeGaming here, coming to you again with another StarCraft 2 replay. Now, this will actually be the last replay for a couple days because I'm actually getting my wisdom teeth taken out tomorrow, so I will not be able to cast for a little bit until I'm back to regular health. So, we have a 2v2 here, me as spawning as the teal Protoss, and Navi spawning as the purple Protoss, against a blue Terran and a red Zerg. So, this game was just, I really didn't know what to expect through this game. I really thought at the beginning we were going to lose because, as you can see, or you will see, the Terran player ends up going mass Marines, and we really didn't set up for that. So, yeah, I really saw they had a lot more units, and you know what? I really don't want to ruin this game, so I'm just going to let you guys figure it out by yourselves. So, here goes Navi scouting out, and a drone scouting out, which is really confusing considering he has an overlord right here, which he could use. And again, I wouldn't have stalkers this early in the game, so he could always bring his overlord right over here. So I really don't understand why he just kept his overlord there, but you know, his business, not mine. As you can see here, the Terran is blocking their ramp. Not a very uncommon thing for a Terran player to do, getting his barracks up, supply depot, and I already have my gas up, my gateway, and my pylon. So my gateway is about halfway done. Navi just getting his gateway up now, and he's putting up his gas. A lot of players were actually commenting on my video saying that Navi is like novice, or the gameplay was like Bronze League at best. To be honest, Navi's actually ranked number 6 in the Diamond League division. The replay he sent me was just one of those quick stalker games, and it wasn't like a lot of action, but the whole point of it was just, you know, it's a quick replay, and it was a nice replay to cast on. So if you do not believe that Navi is Diamond League in a very high ranked Diamond League, so I think he was ranked 6 or 8, something like that, but if you would like to face Navi, you can always send me a PM, and then you can add him, and then you can try and beat him. So, yeah, internet users talking shit, and you can do that. So, I already have one Zealot out. Yes, I'm getting used to saying that. Yes. So, it ended up killing his drone, and still he's not going to scout with this Overlord, which is very odd. I really didn't understand that. And as you can see here, mass Marines, as I was talking about before. So he's getting the 3 barracks up right now, and to be honest, he actually ends up getting 5 during this game. That's right, 5 barracks. So I was a little confused with that, and he's actually morphing this right now into an orbital command. So that's going to be able to let him scan and shit, so very good thing for a Terran player to do. And he's also going to be able to spawn mules, which I believe he will do right about now. There we go. Alright, so the Zerg player has a spine crawler up, which is a little pointless considering I really wasn't going to rush his base whatsoever. He has a spawning pool up, he is getting a roach warren, and he has 2 gases going up and a creep tumor. So his overlord is still not going to scout, so still, again, I'm very confused by that. And right here I got my forge up, and the reason I got my forge up is I want that +1 ground weapons upgrade. And against Zerg, that is very crucial. As a Protoss player, if you're facing Zerg, that is the #1 thing you want to get in this game. It is very crucial. So I got 1 Stalker out, 2 Zealots. I'm going to continue to make Stalkers until my Warp Gate research is done, and then I can start warping in units. Same thing that Navi's doing too. He's researching Warp Gate, and he's going to keep making Stalkers until Warp Gate's done. Then he's just going to warp them in. Now right here he's actually got this tower secured, which is a very, again, crucial thing to do in this game, because it really basically tells you when the units are going to attack. So this area right here is where they're going to have to go around, and you have vision of this whole area, so you're going to be able to see when your enemies are coming to attack. But this guy here is not going to be able to see anything we're doing because he is not scouting, so GG to you. So now I have 2 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, and I'm going to continue to do that. My Warp Gates are done, and I believe Navis are on the way, so they're almost done. And he is also putting up a robotics factory, which I am going to start as well momentarily. The reason behind that is a couple of games ago we were pinned against a Zerg player who kept burrowing his units, and we had to get a late observer, and then we ended up winning the game. But again, an early observer is definitely a good thing to do against a Zerg player, just in case they do go with those burrowed units. Actually, an observer is always a good thing to have. Cloaked Banshees, DTs, you know, always a good thing to have. Put up those pylons, just need 2. I accidentally made 3. Need additional PSI right now. So as you can see, they are ready to push with the Marines and with the Roaches. Roaches are going to come, I think they come actually a bit later than they should have. And right now he's got an Overseer in my base, or going towards my base. So we're going to be able to see this because of the Observer. And he ends up pointing out where the Marines are actually coming from, and then he points out to me that there is in fact an Overseer in my base making a chainling. I don't know how to pronounce that, but you guys can help me out with that. And I end up seeing it, so I end up killing it right away. And then I see that he has a shitload of Marines, but my +1 attack is definitely going to come in handy with this thing. And right now we don't have really a lot of units, but we end up being able to defend. So here we go, taking a few of Navi's Zealots down, taking out the force field, and then my Zealots come in and just start raping the shit out of his Marines. And really, Zealots are just amazing against Marines. You can take out a few Marines. Also with Roaches too, I really liked right here because they ended up burrowing right here. So they burrowed, he thinks he's all safe, but then Navi comes in with his Observer, and we were able to spot those things out. So here comes the Observer, and we're almost ready, and there we go. We are now able to see the burrowed Roaches with the Observer. So again, the Observer very, very handy in this game. And I think we're almost ready to attack, to be honest, because really didn't think they were going to have that much more, and as you can see, they actually don't. So we try to at least push to about here, and that's where we're going to set up a pylon, and that's where we're going to warp in more units. So the first we're going to go for red, because as you can see, red has basically nothing, and we already knew that because I believe he was scouting with his Observer. I'm not quite sure where it is right now, but he did have 2 Observers at one point. It may have been later in the game, I'm not sure. But yeah, we knew he didn't really have anything because his Roaches got basically raped to shit. So now he's going to start pushing out with his Roaches to help defend his friend. And again, we have the Observer right here, so he's going to try and burrow again when he realizes that he's outnumbered. But too bad, buddy, we got an Observer up and we are able to see your shit. So again, Navi warping in more units. See, this is something that I gotta get used to. I've only been playing StarCraft 2 for I think around 2 months. I've had a bit of the beta, and I really gotta remember to start warping in units when I am able to. Right now, I had my my probe just start making the pylon right here, and I really should have been getting it up earlier and warping in more units. So as you can see here, just we have way more units than he does. We're just destroying his Roaches. His Terran player starts coming from behind and attacking with the Marines. Now instead of here, I should have stopped attacking those and wait till he came up here, so then we could all deal with them. But for some reason I just decided, hey, you know what, I'll try and take it out. Ends up scanning right here, so I think he was trying to get Navi's Observer, but he didn't actually scan the right spot, so it's all good. And again, I just should have kept warping in units. I had 1 stalker here I should have been using. So I did make quite a few mistakes in this game, but again, remember, I'm just starting to learn. The reason I wanted to upload this game was because of just to show basically a good 2v2 game in my opinion, and to show how powerful an Observer actually is, or how crucial it is in the game. So see all these drones right here, they're all burrowed. Those are all going to be safe, except for when I have an Observer right here. And then my Immortals are just going to be able to see everything once the Observer moves over here. And yeah, these things are not so safe when you have an Observer, as well as the Roaches that you saw earlier. So here we go. 1 player has left the game. We start attacking his barracks, start attacking his units, and it is GG. That is the game. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick 2v2 game. I really like that game in my opinion, and again, just the Observers are very crucial in StarCraft 2, as well as if you're playing a Zerg player as a Protoss player. Again, the +1 ground weapon attack is very crucial. So that has been my StarCraft 2 cast. I will see you guys after I recover from my wisdom teeth. Peace out.